Hi everyone, welcome to another week of my Clever Creations Live. I'm Lori Longwell, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm usually here on a Thursday, but I'm not going to be available this Thursday, so I decided I didn't want to miss out this week, so I'm popping on Tuesday night. Probably throwing a few people off, but hey, if you can't catch me live, you can always catch that replay. Great thing about Facebook Lives is we can catch a replay, and I also post, hey Cindy, and I also then share my video over to my new YouTube channel called Clever Creations by Lori. And so I'd love to have you at both. And speaking of my YouTube channel, so I'm about 3 subscribers short of having enough to do, hey Lisa, to do my lives over from YouTube and streaming into Facebook. So hey, if you ever get a chance to get over there and you haven't already liked and followed me, please jump on my YouTube channel and do that. So we're going to give this a minute, see who we got popping on. I saw a couple names flash past me that I've never seen before. So welcome. If it's your first time being here to my Clever Creations, I'm excited that you're here. Please say hello, leave us a little wave or something just so I know you're here. I always do a prize patrol for my viewers. I go back and I pick a random person's name from the list of people who watched and commented. So I would love to get your name in on that drawing. So, and it's always fun to meet new people. So don't be shy. You don't have to say a whole lot. You don't have to interact, but just let us know you're here. So thank you. I do have a couple of announcements before we get crafting. I've been a little bit frazzled with a bunch of things that are going on and trying to get ready for vacation. So today I kind of got to a point where I thought, okay, I'm going to be able to do my Facebook Live tonight. So anyway, I quickly wrote up a few notes, might think of some other things as I go along, but I do have a couple things. So effective today, really, really exciting, you guys. Hey, Julie, thanks for joining us. Is Stampin' Up! Has... Hi, my grandchildren, Fiona and Evie, watching Grandma. Hi, guys, on Mommy's phone. So there's a new rewards program for Stampin' Up! And what that means is that for every order that you place of $20 or more, you're going to earn 10% in Stampin' Rewards. That is so cool. So before, the system was you had to spend up to $150 and then you got some little bonus rewards that you could get free product, etc. Now it's made it all that much easier so that anybody and everybody can earn some rewards from that $20 and above purchase. And you can save those rewards. I believe they're good for a year. So keep building them up. Maybe you're saving for something that you want, and build up those rewards, and then you'll be able to spend them later on whatever it is that you're waiting to spend them on. Hey, Linda. So anyway, I think that's super awesome. I think it's a great way so that everybody's getting a little bit of a reward. It's like your Kohl's Cash and your other things that you may earn rewards. Maybe on your credit card, you earn some rewards, some points back, some cash back, whatever you want to call it. Now Stampin' Up! Has jumped on that wagon. So I think it's pretty awesome. Super excited to see how this goes. And I'm hoping all of you will be excited and take advantage of this by placing orders and earning your rewards. So let's see, speaking of rewards, I have my own little offer going on right now because there is a demonstrator challenge where if we earn a certain amount in our sales in the month of April, we can receive the strawberry slush tote, little craft tote, for free. So why not? Why not try to encourage those sales during April? You've got your annual catalog is ending. The January to April mini catalog is ending. Those both end on May 5th. And then, of course, there's last chance products, and there's online exclusives, and there's kits and whatever. So there's a lot of goodies out there, but there are some things that are going to be going away. So be sure to check that last chance list to see if there's things that maybe you've been wanting and you just haven't purchased them, and oops, they might be going away forever. So you might want to look into that. So a couple of things are going to happen if you order in the month of April. I am going to also reward you. Not only would you earn your Stampin' Rewards if you spend $20 or more, but I, Lori Longwell, independent demonstrator, am going to reward you as well. I have a lot of stuff in my stash. I have stamp sets. I have some dies. I have embellishments and ribbons. So I'm just going to pull a little something and give you a little surprise reward for placing an order with me in the month of April. So it's a win-win for you, that's for sure. And a win for me, because I love being your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Speaking of rewards and everything, if you do a Paper Pumpkin subscription, if you do the 3, 6, 12-month subscription where you prepay for your subscription, you're going to earn rewards, the Stampin' Rewards on that. How awesome is that? I mean, my gosh, you guys, there's a lot of rewards going on right now. So that's another thing to think about. And one last thing that I can think of right this minute is Lisa Bailey and I have scheduled our In Color catalog premiere party, whatever you want to call it. It is going to be on May 18th at the Hammond Sport Library. We've held other events there. It's a great place for events. It is a Sunday. We do that because then the library is not open. We don't have any interference with anything else. So Sundays work out great when we're going to do an event that will work for our schedules and do it on those Sundays. So anyway, it's May 18th. It's $35 a person. You will make 10 cards. You're going to make, so we're focusing on In Colors. So you're going to be making cards that are going to be with the new In Colors that are coming out May 6th. And you're going to love them. So anyway, we're going to have some really fun things. We're going to have a ton of displays so you can see a lot of new product. Put your hands on it, get a good look at it. Browse the catalog if you haven't already. Pick up a catalog if you don't have one. All those fun things, some refreshments, some door prizes. We've got it all going on. So if you are interested in joining us on May 18th, you may reach out to me by leaving a comment. You can text or private message me. Just let me know you're interested. You do have to prepay. You can go through Lisa or myself, whichever one of us you want to use as your person to register with, and we would love to have you. So we are limiting this to 20 people just so that we can have enough make and takes made. So you're, like I said, you're going to make 10 cards. So we want to be sure we're going to have enough things made. So we're going to limit it to 20 people. That helps us keep a number in mind, and so that you're going to have all kinds of fun doing your make and take. So there we go. I think we're done with announcements for now. If I think of more things, I'll share them as we go along. So as I mentioned in my brief little description of this video, which I need to find myself on my tablet and make sure everything's going here. I have seen some comments, so I'm thinking I have. Oh my goodness. It's jumping back to a video from last week, for heaven's sakes. There we go. Facebook does some really weird stuff sometimes. So anyway, I got it going on. All right. So as I mentioned, I'm going to play with a little bit of the Storybook Moments Designer Series paper. This was a product that was featured in another group that I belong to, the Creative Stamping Collective, and we featured this product in our February product share that we did, our tutorial, PDF tutorial share. And so I only had designer series paper. I do not have the whole bundle, the stamps and the dies, but I have some paper and I have a few sheets left that I would like to use up. No sense keeping it around. So I found a cute fun fold got a variation on it. I'm going to make it 2 different styles, and I just thought it would be fun to do with you, and something that we can use up this paper and do a little craftiness tonight. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to turn you down to my table, and let's take a peek at this paper. Oops, and I forgot to plug my phone in, so I'm probably going to want to do that. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit and find my cord, because I don't remember how charged up my phone is. And doing a video seems to take a lot of battery. So we've got that, we've got this. I think we're okay. Whoops, my light looks kind of funky again. I must have bumped it. 1 second. There we go. Much better. All right, so you're getting a peek at the Storybook Moments Designer Series paper. I do think there's another piece maybe that I'm missing. I'm not sure. So it's just so cute. It's so stinking cute. We've got the little chipmunk squirrel little guy here doing some, he's pulling off an acorn, he's swinging from a tree, he's got himself a little coneflower, little flower over here, little pick in a basket with some blueberries, it looks like. So just a really cute piece of paper. This is all I have left of this piece. Each of these that you're seeing, this is about it, and maybe some little baby scraps. On the back, this was really pretty, this pattern back here. Really, really pretty. I like that. Then we have the little garden, because there's 2 bundles that you could get with this. One was real gardening kind of stuff, and the other was more with the little rabbits and stuff, animals. So here's the gardening one. Of course, I love this one, Me and My Garden. I'm not a big vegetable garden person. I like my flowers. That's my jam. And this very, very old-fashioned, I'm not sure what it's even called, because I don't know, but it's very pretty. Excuse me. Here we go with all of our veggies. Yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And then this was really cute with the old cottages, like little English cottage. Very cute. And then, of course, the little bunnies, a little Peter Rabbit kind of thing here going on. I love this with the blueberries. All of them are adorable. You'll see I've got a big chunk out of here. And then the strawberry pattern. And like I said, there may have been more. This is what I have left besides a few little scraps and whatever of this paper. So I'm just going to put that over here, and we're going to, oh, and then there was, and then this is it. I've got a few that we're going to use in a card tonight. But there was a couple sheets of these little die cut ephemera pieces with the different animals. Very cute. Doing different things here. Then you've got the little lamb. This one does nothing for me. I don't care for this piece. Nope. I'm not sure. Is that a muskrat? What is that? I don't care for it with the umbrella. But anyway, there it is. We've got the little ducks and her little ducklings. Very cute. And just a bunch of little things. Some boots, some little gardening plants, some flowers, radishes. You're getting the gist here. A little sun hat. There's the sheep. He's all right. I don't know. Some of these just didn't really do it for me. Some are super cute. Others, not so much. In my humble opinion. All right, so you get the idea there. There was all those little ephemera pieces. So we're going to use a few things tonight. I've got 2 cards planned. We're just going to get right at them here and make these 2 cards. So I did pre-cut a lot. You know, I really like to do that. I kind of like to have a plan. I don't have 100%, but I have an idea. I know what my card is going to look like. So I actually saw this card. Actually, I should do, let's see, which one was it? Oh, this one. Okay. I think this is the one. Anyway, I zipped through Facebook earlier today, and Rose Coleman, who does her video at, I think it's noon, 11 or 12, I can't remember, might be 11. She did this card, and I loved, it was just a very simple fun fold, and I really liked it, and I thought to myself, oh, I need to do that, and so that's what we're going to do. We're going to recreate this card. Well, my take on it, I should say. All right, so I have a piece of white cardstock, which is 5.5 by 8.5, and I'm going to make 2 score lines on this card. The first one is at 3 inches. So I put my paper, I've got the 8.5 inch side up here at the top of my paper trimmer, and I'm putting it over to the 3 inch mark, and I'm going to score. And I'm going to open up the arm, and I'm going to move it over to 7 1/4, and I'm going to score again. So that's it for the scoring. Get my bone folder. And we're going to fold. So the 3 inch side, I'm going to fold in from the left. And this is not a difficult, this is a very simple card. But I liked it because, like I said, I could use up some designer series paper, and then I did a little variation on this for my second card. I'm just trying to get my light. It looks a little dark over here. Dark on the scene here. Now you could change this scoring if you didn't want this side quite as wide. You could do 2.5, and then instead of 1.5 inches, you could, or yeah, what is that? Oh my goodness. Me and math did not get along today. 1 1/4 inch, excuse me. You could do it maybe 2 inches you want on this side, and then, you know, so you could vary your scoring, how wide you wanted that. But I'm going to do it the way that I saw it. All right. So I really wanted, what I did was I went through the ephemera, and I decided which little pieces I wanted to play with. And actually, this was one piece. The little strawberries was one piece, and I've cut it apart. But I love this little mouse sitting in the teacup. I just thought she was the sweetest little thing ever. So I really wanted to use her. So once I decided this is what I wanted, I kind of played with some paper, and I love this strawberry pattern. So I thought, well, I really want to use the strawberry paper. And what was super exciting is we also have strawberry slush is one of our new in colors. So I'm going to feature that with the strawberry paper, strawberries on this paper. How cool is that? So anyway, I just thought that would be kind of fun. Now, I think this one's going to fit. Yeah. All right. So I know that this is 3 inches wide, this section right here. So I'm going to cut a piece of strawberry slush. You know what? I need a bigger piece because that's not going to work. I have a little square cut out of there. Let me get another piece out of my stash here. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 7/8 because I'm just going to do an 1/8 border and this is 5.5, so I'm going to do 5 3/8. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Lori. Hi, Tammy. Thank you guys for jumping on. So there we go. That's going to fit on there real tight on that piece of paper. Then I thought I really wanted the strawberry, And I thought I might try to combine, I don't know. I like this too, this blue and white piece. So I don't know, I might do that over, no. Should I do, sorry, now this is where I'm going to play because I just pulled out paper and I'm just going to play with pieces of scrap paper. All right, so first of all, I'm going to cut this down. I know that I want it, I think I'm going to cut it to 2.5. So if I was to put that on there, and then maybe this down here, that'd be kind of cute, wouldn't it? 2.5. I need to make it a little smaller. What is it? 1. So let's do it at 1 inch by 2.5. Let's see how that looks. That's cute. All right, so I might do that. And then I think over on, sorry if that's not staying in the camera. Then over on the right-hand side, we'll put more of the strawberry. And that was 1 1/4. So I'm going to do 1 1/8. Oops. 1 1/8 needs to be my strawberry slush. 1 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then 1 inch of this. By 5 1/4. Well, the color choices came because I loved this piece of strawberry paper, but thank you, Lisa. And I thought, oh, when I was looking at the different, our different pinks and reds and stuff, and I'm like, strawberry? Oh my gosh, we have strawberry slush, you Dingleheimer. Let's use strawberry. So I think behind, on this right-hand side, this little panel, I'm going to leave like that. I think on this side, I want to maybe add, I need to add something. I'm not really, you know what? Maybe I'll do another layer of white. I think I will. So this was, sorry, get out my trimmer again. I have an idea. We'll see if it works. So this was 2 7/8. So this is going to be 2 3/4 by 5 3/8. So 5 1/4, right? I think. Yep. Then I think I'm going to emboss it, just to really give it a little zhuzh. All right, that's what I'm going to do. So let's put this together. Let's layer this up with some adhesive. And then I'm going to put it through, oh, look at that little cutie pie. I almost forgot about this paper, but I was digging for something else and came across this, and I thought, oh gosh, I've got to use up that piece of paper. Oh, and this little plaid is coming from the pack of paper, the plaid, what's it called? It is called Timeless Plaid, pack of 6x6 paper. And a lot of this stuff is going away because of the catalog, annual catalog expiring May 5th. So I might as well use up some of this stuff. And I'm going to be honest, there's things that are carrying over, and I was doing pretty good when they first started listing some things, but I have fallen way behind. So I'm going to have a lot of homework to do when I get back from vacation to figure out. And what's really cool, you guys, there's this spool of strawberry slush baker's twine that comes in it's called Pack Your Bags Twine 3-pack. It comes with, what is this green? Summer Splash, Azure Afternoon, and Strawberry Slush. It's item 165582, and it comes with a suite or a bundle of products that, a suite of products, the little travel one. That's real cute. All right, let's layer this up before I lose something here. And then I want to do some embossing. So I'm going to put that on there, and then that's going to go over there. I'm going to set this to the side for just a minute, and hopefully I don't lose anything. I've lost a couple things today. I was so mad at myself. I would just get too much going on. All right, I'm going to grab my stamp cut and emboss machine, this big boy, big machine. Can you see that? All right. So I've got the plaid, Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder. So we're just going to put this right in here. Embossing your designer series paper, your whole cardstock and designer series paper is such a fun thing to do, and it makes such a great impression. And it kind of made me think about it because recently I had people go ahead and share some of their creations on my Clever Creations page. And Julie Gibson made a really pretty card, and she embossed her card front after she put her designer series paper on. And I thought, oh my gosh, you know, there's so many different techniques, and you just kind of, you can't do it all every single time. So sometimes, you know, you get a refresher and think, wow, why haven't I done that? So then that's going to go on there. Isn't that beautiful with the, I need to zoom back in here, with the embossing? It just really gives it that wow factor, I think. I didn't know you could even do that. Oh my gosh, yes, Linda. So after you layer, just run it through your embossing folder. It just makes, like I said, it just makes a wow. Isn't it really, really pretty? I love it. So now I'm going to take some of this baker's twine, the strawberry slush, and I'm going to wrap it right around here. And I'm just going to tell you guys, I had kind of an idea in my head what I was going to do, and this isn't it. I've gone rogue, which is not like me. I mean, it's the fold is what I was going to do, but this whole layout is not what I originally had in my mind. But I'm really liking it, and I like it sometimes when I do kind of go off on my own and just do my own little thing here. So. And I can do that if I look at something. I'm a visual person. So I need to see things, and then I can make it my own from there. But I do need to start with seeing it. So now I'm going to use my multi-purpose glue. When I have this embossing, I like multi-purpose glue because I think it gets down in all your nooks and crannies. And it looks like I have a lot of glue on there, and there's a bit, but I do it very finely. I don't use a heavy hand with my glue. More is less when you are using multi-purpose liquid glue. Do not get too much on there because you will get oozing and messes and sticky, and you will not be happy with yourself. So less is more. I've heard somebody say, and I just said this the other day, I had a little class with my team and friends. I heard someone refer to it as ... not a lot with your liquid glue. Looks great. Good job for the inspiration, Julie. Yes. See, we all can inspire each other. You don't have to be some, you know, think, oh, wow, I'm not this or I'm not that. I don't want to share. Nobody's going to like my stuff. Well, that's not true. You never know. And I think we all have something to share. We all have a gift to share with each other, one way or another. A little something, something out there. So this circle is with Old Olive, and I die cut it using the Spotlight on Nature dies. And I've got a couple little things that didn't poke out of there, so I'm just getting rid of those using my Take Your Pick tool. Essential tool, you take your pick. If you don't have one, you should look into investing in one. It's item 144107. Love the Take Your Pick tool. And you see me use it probably every week. So now what we're going to do, so I'm going to be kind of covering up some of my little strawberry paper, but I'm going to attach on the right, and then my card is going to pop open. Now you could attach on the left and pop open this way, but I want it attached on the right, and I want this to open up. Just because. Whoops. I do need to make that a little tighter. Kind of loosened up on me. So I've got that, and now I have my little mouse and her strawberry. So she's in a little cup and saucer here. And I just thought this was just so sweet. I'm going to put that down there. So that's why I cut the little strawberry piece apart, because I really wanted to have it come off both sides of my teacup. So I'm just going to attach that behind, and a little bit here, and attach that right, about right there, like that. Ah, she's so cute. All right, and then we're going to, whoop, the lid's already off my glue, and I'm trying to take the lid off. And there's no lid to be taken off. I think I'm going to center her on this circle. So both the circles are from the Spotlight on Nature dies. And like I said, I'm going to attach over there, but first I want to attach the strawberry slush to the Old Olive. And then we're going to attach that over here. So now I need to think about that I can only put, I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal, I think, and I want to be sure that I only get it on this like quarter of my circle. And then I also need to remember this has those little cutouts, so I don't want to, I can't imagine crafting without it now. What? Glue? What? Crafting without what? Tombow? I couldn't live without Tombow. And I like my Stampin' Seal. I know that's kind of a love-hate with people. So I'm going to open this up. I do have, oh, Take Your Pick tool. Yeah. Yes, that's another essential, Lisa. You are so right. So now I've got my adhesive right here on this right-hand side. I opened this up, and then I'm just going to pop this down. Now, some people would put their adhesive right on this little panel, then stick this on. So it's all your preference, whatever you can do to get it. And I do want to move it up a little. I want it above, I made that little bow there, so I forgot. I want to put it up a little bit. So there's that. And we're going to give that a little burnish here so it lays nicely. She's so sweet. Oh, just too cute. All right, and I had pulled out a stamp set. I thought I would just use this from the Simply Said. Keep it simple with my sentiments, and they're falling all over. I had this at our gathering the other day, and a couple of them actually fell out when the box got opened up. So I think, nope, I don't want to celebrate. Just for you, thinking of you, that's what I wanted. I think we're going to put thinking of you right down there. And I'm just going to stamp it on, I don't know if I have a little white sentiment that would work or not. That's something I didn't think about, but I can always cut one out if I need to. Here I am in my little trusty box. I keep thinking something else is going to pop up in here, and it doesn't. Oh, that's kind of cute, that little lattice piece. That's from a kit. Oh, we might use that. I'm going to keep that there. Let's repurpose. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything narrow enough, so I'm just going to stamp on here and cut it out. But I am going to use the Strawberry Slush ink. This is one of our new in colors. And my stamp looks a little dirty. Get that off. Let's do Thinking of You. Oop, not very straight. Let's try it again. There we go. And we will cut this out. Simple. Whoops. Throwing things around here. I think I'm going to trim that down a little bit. Get it right close to those words. And trust myself with my cutting here. Putting a lot of faith in my steady. See how steady I can make it and straight. Not too bad. Not too bad. That's kind of cute, but I think maybe we'll leave that off. Yeah. I don't know. It is kind of cute. Nope. We're going to just do that in a couple of dimensionals. Where did my pack of dimensionals go? See, I've thrown stuff around. Well, we'll just get more. There's always more. Boy, I can still hear the wind whipping. Holy cow, it was windy today. It is just rattling out there right now. Okay, put this on there. There we go. Thinking of You, and how about Miss You on the inside? I should find another little, oh my goodness, what am I trying to say? Another little piece of ephemera for the inside. Let me see what I have over here. Oh, we could put a little bit of the strawberry paper too. Oh, maybe this little, yeah. I wish I had another one of, I think there was something with the strawberry. You know what? I think I'm just going to put a little bit of the paper on the inside. Let's cut a little tiny strip. Or we could do it across. No, we're going to do it up and down. 3/4 of an inch and 5 1/4. Oh, you know what? I might put it right there. I should have done it wider. Oh, that piece is going to work. Oh my goodness, you guys. Am I making you crazy yet? I'm making myself crazy. I'm just going to cut a smidge off this. Do you guys measure in smidges? I do. There we go. I'm just going to put that on the inside to kind of bring that over to the inside of my card. I've got quite a mess here, and I'm only on card number 1. It's a little ridiculous. There we go. How cute is that? Let's put some embellishments. So I just got these. These are the Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink gems. Really cute. Got these in my pre-order. No maturing at all. Let's see. Let's pop a couple of these babies on here. Oh, they're beautiful. They got little little glittery sparkle stuff in them. We'll put one up there, 2 on there, and 1 up there. So there we go. There's card number 1, using that paper with a little strawberry. Isn't she precious? Oh, you know what would be cute in this? Just happened to think of it, is because she's sitting like in a little tea or little, I keep moving out of the camera, I apologize. She's sitting in that little teacup. It'd be cute. You could make this like a little gift card holder, or you could attach, no, you don't want to attach, but you could make a little pocket and put a tea bag or something in there. That'd be really sweet. Aw, she's adorable. I love that one. Okay, so now I'm going to put these stamps back because Lori might misplace them. All right, we're going to do the second card. Let's get this stuff out of the way. Let me throw some stuff away here. All right, so this is a variation on what I just did with the 5.5 by 4 1/4 inch card. Now I'm going to turn that and do it on the card going the other direction. So I am going to, whoops, excuse me. It's still going to go this direction, but I'm going to do something different with the fold. I apologize. Sorry. We're going to do it just a little bit different. I have one I'm going to show you that I did as a variation. I'm not going to actually make that one. I'm just going to show it to you. So what I'm going to do with this one is I have that 4 1/4 by 11 piece of cardstock. So it's going to go, it's going to open up this way. But what I want to do is I want to have my little panel that on this I made so it flaps open this way. So this card opened like this. This one's going to do something a little bit different. So I want to cut at 1 1/4 inches. Is that what side I want? Yep. I have to look at it backwards, sorry. So I'm putting this up at the top, and I'm going to make a cut at 1 1/4 down to the 5.5 inch score line. So now I've got this flap on the front, but I'm going to zhuzh that up a little bit. We're going to do something a little bit different. So see how it's the same size card because it's a standard card. This one opens like this. but this one's going to do something a little bit different. So I already cut out that sweet little pair of bunnies in the little Cabbage Patch. How adorable are they? He's going to give her a big head of cabbage. Yummy. And this is from the Stylish Shapes circle. And then this is from the Stylish Shapes, and again, a piece of the plaid. So that's just going to fit on there, and you're just going to see that outer border. Now I want my designer series paper, and I went through and picked a few different patterns that I thought would look really cute together, mixed up here. So from the plaids, isn't that cute? And then with the veggies, because he's in the veggie patch and he's got some cabbage for her. Hi, Melanie. How are you? Do you need the strawberry slush gems, Lisa? Is that what? Sorry, I'm not very good at paying attention to my comments, so I'm missing what you might be. I'm missing what you're throwing down. So I know that this little strip right here is 1 1/4 inches. So I'm going to cut a piece of designer series paper at 1 1/8. And I'm going to put this plaid right there, and I'm going to cut it down to 5 3/8. So there's just an 1/8 of an inch border, just the designer series paper on that strip, that panel right there. Then I'm going to adhere that down. So this side is not going to move. This side is going to flap up. This is the card. This is actually the card that Rose Coleman did today. I'm not sure if I'm cutting it exactly like her, but I'm going close to it. Then this was the variation, I believe. I don't know. It doesn't matter, does it? Oh my gosh. I make myself crazy sometimes. All right, so then I'm going to do this plaid because it's, ooh, maybe we should do that one. And then this on top, or this one and that on top. Maybe we don't want that. No, I do want that one. I really like that one. We're going to do this. Okay, so this is 3 1/4. 3. Oh, goodness gracious, Lori. 3. So we're going to do this at 2 7/8 by 5 3/8. That's going to go there. Then the veggies are going to go on top. So it's going to be similar to how I did the layout there, just slightly different. And then that was 2 7/8. So let's do, I'm going to make this a little thinner because I want to see that. So I'm going to do 2 5/8. And 5 3/8, I believe is correct. Let's find out. I might even make it more narrow. I can't see enough of it. I need to see more of, what side do I want to cut off? We're going to cut off this side. So that was there. Let's do 2 1 2 3/8. And then I do need to make this shorter. It was there, so let's do 5 1/8. See how I like that. That's better. So we're going to pop that on there. And then this is going to go over here. And then we're going to emboss that as well. We might do 2 different embossing. Oh, we're gonna do something really fun, you guys. So first, I'm going to take this piece of designer series paper, adhere it to here, and I'm going to show you something really, a cool little trick. So I'm going to put that on there. I'm going to adhere this one, and then we're going to do two different things. We're going to really get crazy tonight, guys. So I'm going to put that on there. Then this is going to go on the front there. Like this. Then we're going to do two different embossing. So let me move this stuff out of the way so I can bring in the stamp cut and emboss machine again. You're going to think I'm really crazy here. Let's try to bring that out a little bit. So I just want to emboss the plaid with the plaid embossing folder, this narrow panel over here. So I've already got my embossing folder. So I'm going to put this in like this. You see what I'm doing? So this is my card back here, and I'm just putting in the section that I want to emboss in the embossing folder. And then I'm going to run that through. Bring this out. So now we've got this panel is embossed with the plaid embossing folder. Then I think, just to be really crazy, we're going to emboss this side with a different embossing folder. And I've got a new one, which is really cool. The Damask Designs, Damask, I believe is how you say that, Designs embossing folder. This is new, coming out, available to you soon. And I think I want to do this one on the veggie side. And this is not a 3D embossing folder. This is more thin, so I need my extra plate underneath there. Little wedge, little shim, whatever we want to call it. And let's run this through. Ooh, goodness sakes, that was bad. So sometimes that's going to happen when you're doing embossing. Let me get this out of the way, and then we're going to take a look at that. Whew. I don't know if anything fell back there, but it might have. I'll be looking for stuff. Okay, so not sure how good you can see that, but that Damask folder is really neat. So it just left those little, oh gosh, I keep getting out of the camera. The little design patterns, a little Damask pattern, but it kind of looks like the cabbages or something. So it's really neat. And then we've got the plaid over here. So it just gives a lot of texture, a lot of something to this card. So as I mentioned, this piece is going to get adhered down. So I'm going to use my multi-purpose glue again and stick that down. Oops, don't get crazy here, Lori. Make sure you have it lined up to the side of your card. There we go. All right, then we need a piece of white to go on the inside. And I know that that's 3 inches, so I'm going to do 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. And that's going to go right inside there. And I should probably, if I'm going to stamp, I should do that before I adhere. And let's do, okay, so we've got these little guys. What do I think they're saying? How about a thank you? Because he's sharing the veggies. So I don't know that I'm going to put anything on the outside. I think I'm just going to do my thank you on the inside. I am going to use Old Olive. Let's bring that green to the inside. And let's bring some of the veggies. We might fussy cut some veggies and adhere them on there in a second. So you could do this with any paper. I'm just showing you using the Storybook Moments because I wanted to use it up. But mix and match, you see that's what I'm doing. I've got the plaid paper and I'm mixing it with the Storybook Moments paper because it's just fun to mix and match your paper. There's nothing that says you can't combine things, and that's the joys of Stampin' Up! Products is so much of our stuff you can mix and match. Colors coordinate, patterns, and all that good stuff. So use your paper. Enjoy your paper. I'm trying to find some ribbon, and I think, ooh, no, that's not, let's see here. What do I want? What do I want? This might be pretty. Yep. We're going to use this. This is Petal Pink. It was a combination. There was a spool of white and the Petal Pink come together. So I'm going to put that right here and just tie a little knot over here. Cut that off. There we go. Through these two. Cute. Now, as I said, I'm going to layer this on the top. So again, I'm going to adhere it over to the right-hand side. No, I'm going to adhere this one to the left-hand side because this is the flap that comes up. So on this one, we're going to be attaching over here. And I think I'm going to use dimensionals on this one. I know I had, there they are. Hey, Lisa. Lisa Hargraves, thank you for jumping in here. Making a couple cute cards. And needs to go right down about there. There we go. I have gotten so many awesome things, you guys, in my pre-order, and I decided not to share it yet. I don't know. I just had so many other things that I wanted to use up, so I haven't shared much of my new stuff, but I will once I'm back. Not sure which one is my favorite. I know, aren't they sweet? And this was an adorable suite of products, but I'll be honest with you, I did not purchase it all. As I mentioned in the beginning, I only bought the paper, and then we used it in that group that I belong to for our tutorial. So I did have to borrow. I borrowed the stamps and dies from Lisa and made my projects for the tutorial. But I thought the paper was absolutely adorable, and I just didn't see myself, doing a whole lot with it. So that's how it goes sometimes, you guys. You don't have to buy an entire, there might be just parts of a suite of products. Maybe you just love the paper, or you just love the dies and the stamps, or, whatever. It's the joys of, you can order what works best for you, and what you think you're going to use. So And then you can always, like I'm doing, make this paper into some really cute cards and throw in some other stamp sets or ephemera. So I think we're going to do that. Super cute. And yeah, I guess that's all we're going to, I don't think I have, ooh, what do we have over here? We do have an ear of corn. What the heck? Let's throw that on there. Throw that ear of corn in there. Why not? Get all the veggies. Was it Farmer McGregor? Yeah, Farmer McGregor. Let's throw that on there. And our stuff, very cute. We'll make a nice little cluster of things here. Put some adhesive on the backs of them and adhere them inside. Oh, come on. Oh my goodness. It's sticky, all right. Let's do it that way. Little devil. Going to give me so much grief. There we go. We'll do that. So there we go. Hey, Kat. Hey, guys. So these are the two that we made tonight. Let me get that down there so we know who you're watching. Oh, boy, is that ever crooked. Oh, my goodness, you guys. You're looking at me sideways, aren't you? I apologize. I did not look at that on my screen very good. So these are the two cards we made. So they're very similar. They've got the 2-panel front. This one flips open from the right. You've got your wider panel over here, and then the inside of your card. So we attached our little cover piece there, focal point to the right-hand side. And then this one, we've got the 2 panels, but on this, we've got our card folded up here at the top. So I've adhered that narrow panel, and our focal point here is adhered to the left-hand side, and then we pop it up like that. So how cute are they? But I'm going to show you a couple other cards that I have using this paper. Now this one I did today after I watched Rose's video. So I did a Father's Day card, and I've got the little badger or whatever he is. He's been out fishing, and did the plaid embossing over here. Put some of the wild wheat thread stuff there. So we've got a Father's Day card for that one. Then this one was a little bit different. Just was having fun with the paper. And so this one pops open. So I've got my little focal point over here. I've attached it to the right. So it's kind of a take on all of this, a play on all of that. And then it opens like that. And we've got our veggies. We've got our little bunny rabbit. He's plucked a radish out of the garden. And then you can just do it like that. I probably could have made a score line right there, but it works just fine. It also would be cute, I thought, after I did this, and I adhered this panel, was to maybe make this a pocket and put in a seed packet. Wouldn't that be cute for somebody you know that loves to plant a little garden? So there's that one. And then this is my one that I did. This was my big one for the tutorial, when we had to use this pack and really show off the different elements and the paper and everything from the paper pack and the whole suite of products. But I really focused on the paper pack. So I did that, did some embossing on the background, and then the inside of my card, used some of those little ephemera pieces, another piece of paper up here to really just show off how beautiful and adorable this paper is. So anyway, here's the cards from tonight. Put this down here. So thank you all for watching. I won't be with you next week, probably won't be with you the week after that, but I'll be touching base. I'll be popping in here and there, but I won't be doing any live tutorial videos. So I'm sure you'll find other people that you can watch and get inspiration from. But if you are interested in ordering, you guys, just remember the Stampin' Rewards. Remember my offer for the month of April. With every purchase, you'll get a little something from me, from my stash of retired product. I love to share. So you guys take care. Have a great Easter. I hope many, many blessings to you all. And I'll be with you in a couple of weeks. See you all later. Bye-bye.